Hey folks, beautiful day here on the homestead. You'll hear cats in the back carrying on. We have a plethora of cats around here. They all growed up and had babies, so we shouldn't have a mouse problem anymore. But I'm back at it. Slowly but surely, back at it. I've got a couple of little projects I've got to do here today. I'm trying to divide my time up between some of the projects I have here instead of just taking a whole day off. Walking around a whole lot, I still get sore and I'm out of shape. You sit around for eight weeks, you're going to get sore just from taking and working. So let me show you what I got here. This is the first little old project I've got, and then I've got to go down to the pens and work on another one, and then I'm gonna go drive some T-posts and run some wire for some neighbors. First one thing to another. Okay, as many of you know, I bought these sleds to drag up and down fence lines, and I'm actually going to put a four-wheeler on here. And one of these fence lines I can't drive alongside or get close to, and it's just sandy, so I'll get stuck. So I'm going to take the four-wheeler and this little sled, just a little old bobsled for the winter time. They've been working really good. They've been holding up pretty good. There's the bottom. They're kind of thin, but I've hauled posts, concrete, you name it on them. And what I'm going to do, because I'm going to be having weight in here, I generally put about 10 T-posts in this, but I'm going to be dragging it with a four-wheeler, so it's going to have a lot of pressure on it. I want to put a metal bar across here of some sort that I can tie a strap to and make a loop and hook it onto the back of the four-wheeler. I'll show it to you once I get it done. 6 feet comes out to about here, so it'll also give some rigidity here for the post to set on. If I wanted to, I could throw a bungee around it. So I'm gonna run down to the junk pile and see what I can come up with, measure this, and see what'll fit. Man, I love being able to jump on this four-wheeler and just run down here. This thing, since I got hurt, has saved me so many steps. And I still walk a lot, but to be able to jump on this machine, run down to the junk pile and be able to save me all those steps, saves me time, saves me energy, saves my feet. So this is our junk pile, and I'm filming with a new phone. My phone died, lost it. Don't know where I lost it at. Somewhere fell out of my pocket on the backside of nowhere. I couldn't find it. I looked around. Anyway, I am looking for a particular piece of metal, maybe an angle iron, maybe a flat piece of steel here that will work for a bar across front of that sled. So I'm gonna look around here, rummage through all my stuff. I've got some aluminum. I don't think the aluminum's heavy enough to do what I want to do. I think in here somewhere I do have some strap steel. I mean, we got wire, we got stuff piled up around here, all the wood's over here. We keep every scrap of everything because you never know when you're going to need it. Every good homestead should have a junk pile, and stuff we find, stuff we pull off of, people want to get rid of, stuff like that. We bring back here and throw it back here, and when we need it, we use it. So I'm going to find something that's going to work, and we'll get up there and get that sled ready to go. So I got this pipe. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go up there and measure it. I'm going to smash it flat on one end. I'm going to cut this off, smash it flat with the anvil on one end, and drill a hole in it. Smash it flat on the other end, drill a hole in it. And I'm going to try to bend it up to where it actually gives it some more rigidity. I'm going to take and bow it if I can a little bit when I do it, just so that it's got a little bit more strength to it when I put those T-posts on there. We'll see how it works. So digging through my treasure chest of bolts, I'm gonna find some bolts to mount that bar to the sled. Those look like they're probably not long enough. But I've got another place up here. I'll go through these bolts. I'll find what I need. I'm constantly buying bolts, nuts, screws, picking them up at yard sales. I want to have a pretty good size washer on the bottom so that it doesn't pull through. I'm gonna get some scrap straps out of that toolbox and use that for my tug line. So here we go. I'm gonna try to find some bolts. Okay folks, I don't know if I'm in this shot or not, but this bar actually already has a kind of an arch to it, so I don't have to bend it a whole lot. I'm gonna flatten this out, grab my anvil. I got my bolts, so I'm gonna take and work on this and get it all shaped up. So I got my arch, got my place for my bolt. I'll probably round this off so it's not sharp. And it's gonna go, I've already got 2 holes. They're in the edge there, but I believe it's gonna work out pretty good. I gotta get a drill. I'm gonna make sure I get these 2 flat right through here. So I'm just gonna take off the edge. Not a perfect arch. It'll work. Got it fairly flat here. Got a little arch in it. Flatten this out just a little more. Turn it over. Pretty good. A little twisted, but not too bad. And I try to flatten it out so that it gives it even more arch. The other one I kind of freestyled. Kind of know where I want to go with this. You know, I've talked about it a lot before. When I was growing up, if we didn't have something, we built it. And I gave $6 for 2 of these sleds. I actually have another one, so when this one wears out, I've got another one. But, you know, this is why I keep scrap around. People look at that short piece of pipe and go, "Why you want to keep that for?" Well, it comes in handy to make stuff, and I didn't have to go buy something to haul posts down a fence line. We use this around here all the time, just moving stuff around. If we need to move something down to the pens, or we need to just move stuff around, trash, wood, we throw it on here, hook it behind the four-wheeler. But now that we're putting a lot of weight in here, TNT posts weigh about 70 pounds, and that string that was in there will just pull through. So I'm just gonna improve it, and it'll last as long as it lasts. And then this, I can put it on the other one, just take it off, put it right on the other one, and pick these up at Goodwill. $6 for 2 of them. All right, so I've got this, it's kind of like mule tape. It's real tough stuff. They use it to band lumber together. Now, I could have taken and tied this beforehand, slipped it on there, but try to tie a square knot here. Go. Try this again here. This one's going to be a little harder because I don't have the other end, but my best here. Okay, that one could have been slid down a little bit more, but what I got some washers and I got some screws. I don't want these sliding around and getting cockeyed, and they inevitably will. I'm gonna put a washer on there just to hold that in place. It is going to take a pull on it some, so I want it to be kind of behind right here. Go. One more kind of. same place. Here. Cool. I love self-tapping screws. There we go. So now I can hook this on the back of the four-wheeler. Drag T-posts. There we go. That mule tape's pretty strong. It might eventually wear through up here. I thought about putting a bar on there, but this allows it to swing around when I turn. Makes things a lot easier turning, so it's not, you know, right directly behind. I can make a sharper turn. But there's finished product. I get out there today driving some T-posts. I'll take and show you guys how it takes and works. And one of the things that can happen with the T-posts up in here, if I put the foot pedal down here, they can slide into that and slide into that toe strap and not slide completely off, and I don't have to tie them down. Of course, I'm not going fast anyway, so should be okay. Alrighty, folks, got my little sled hooked to the four-wheeler there. This camera really zooms in and I can't get it to zoom out any more than what it is, so it's taking me a little while to get used to how close up it pulls in when you go on video. Photo, it doesn't do it, but on video it does. And you can't go half on the settings. It's just 1x. So you can see here, I got 10 posts in there, got them pre-marked. Gonna be going down this fence line over here. I can't get a truck down this fence line. I can get to the back side of it, and I can get to the front side on this side. It'll be the same way on that far side over there. I'm out here doing as much as I can. I brought enough posts for me to drive today, and I wanted to show you guys the sled and how it works. I've got the strap on the bar, so that bar's there. Remember, it's kind of arched, so it's got a little bit of support. Using the mule tape, we'll see how well it holds up. You know, it could break, but the thing I wanted to highlight was, and I talked a little bit about this on a live yesterday, is doing what you can with what you got. And I could go and I could get a $400 little trailer, pull behind my four-wheeler. I'd have to take my fence payout thing there, spinning jenny, off of there to pull it, or rig up something like I did here to pull the trailer. But in this sand and these grass hummocks and things, it'd probably flip over most likely, and they're not designed to carry T-post. So I find myself a lot of times making things a whole lot cheaper. I spent $6 on this, couple bolts and a junk piece of metal that I picked up off of a cleanup job. We did a cleanup job on a farm for a lady, stables, and she said take it all, that piece of pipe come off of that property. $6 for 2 of these. I've got another one that I can make, or that we can use around the place. And by the time this wears out, it will have made me my money. Particularly like I am right now. My feet's hurting. I would have to walk these posts down. I could walk down halfway. I could pull through the property, come in on the backside, and I could walk all the posts down halfway. But I can't carry 10 at a time. This four-wheeler will carry 10. It would carry 20 if I had the space for it. This setup here will hold 10 fairly easy. I can drive it down through there. The sled works good on the sand. It smooths over top of it, and I can take them right off of there, drive one, drive 2 or 3, pull forward, do 2 or 3 again, And then when I need more posts, I just come back here to the truck, get some more posts, and go again. And this camera really shoots up close. I have to get way out here at the end of my hand. But just because it's not the perfect thing, you don't have to sacrifice quality. And what I find is, the kind of lifestyle I live is, I can make just as good a product for a whole lot less, as you can see, that works better for my purposes than something you can go to the store and buy. And that's what, you know, a lot of people do that holds them back. They see something, they go, well, I need that. And there's a lot of stuff, hey, I bought my post pounder. I bought that. I actually have it for sale because we're broke, just to put it plainly. I think that's going to take, we've got an uptick, got a few jobs in the works, so that'll probably, we may not have it for sale very long. But yeah, I do buy some stuff that work great and make my life a lot simpler. This four-wheeler has made my life simpler. But when it comes to things that are $300-400, do I really need it? Can I make that cheaper and make it fit my purposes better? So I'm always on the lookout, and you have to have a certain amount of creative vigilance. That's what I call it, creative vigilance. If I see something somewhere, particularly if it's free or cheap, that I can take and modify and change and use it to my advantage, make my life simpler, that's what I do. And it's because of preconceived ideas, preconceived notions, preconceived expectations that people have, that I believe is the downfall of any situation, whether it's a marriage, a business, an organization. You cannot have preconceived. You can have goals, but how those goals are going to come about, how you're going to take and accomplish, how you're going to take and achieve, may not be exactly the way you think it is. And you have to be fluid. In business, in marriages, you have to be fluid. I think so many people, the reason why divorce rates are so high is life changes and it's not the way that they thought it was going to be, and they're not happy. And they sacrifice a marriage, they sacrifice a business, they sacrifice accomplishing goals because it's not the way they thought it was going to be. Instead of being fluid, you know, it's like the Marines say, you know, adapt and overcome, engage the suck, you know, embrace the suck. That's what you got to do in life, in marriage, relationships. Adapt and overcome. I don't compromise my morals in any situation. I don't compromise my integrity in any situation. Not at this stage in my life. Maybe when I was younger, I may have dabbled in that, trying to accomplish, but I've since learned better. But I'm fluid in everything else. So the relationship doesn't look like it's supposed to in your mind. The relationship isn't living up to your expectations in your mind. That's a you problem. How do we adapt and overcome? And I know there's always the outside chance of things that just don't work. I've been there. Things don't work out in business and money and marriages, whatever. But I guarantee you that if you have an overcoming attitude and you stay liquid and don't have preconceived ideas about what you got to have and what you need and so on and so forth, your life will be a lot better. You'll learn to do more with less. You'll learn to overcome situations. You'll be a problem solver, and problem solvers, logistics experts are always in demand. Remember that. So I'm gonna go drive some T-posts today. I'm gonna leave you right here. not a real long video. We'll see how it edits out, but I'm gonna leave y'all right here. Remember, trust in the Lord and do good. Live off the land, enjoy the bounty of it, and we'll see you later.